All right, welcome to the Breaking Hyman podcast. My guest today is Aaron Durbin.
What's up?
So I think I met you when I first started doing comedy, but when did you start doing comedy?
It was like 2013.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a place. It was called Backstage.
Okay.
Well, I guess the first one I did was actually at the what's the place on 50th? What is it called? Jake's Back Room.
Oh, Jake's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was like a bunch of college guys kind of just put together like a show.
Really?
There wasn't like an open mic or anything going on, and then And so I was just like, it was one of those things where it's just I needed to change something different, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to try this and do it, and decided to go up. And
So did Laugh Up City exist prior to that?
no.
Okay, so
No.
are you one of the founders?
I'm in the ground floor of whatever, like
Yeah,
the Viceroy or something.
the Viceroy,
Yeah.
the whatever. So I mean, but from what I have understood from other people I've talked to, it was you, Caleb, and who else was there kind of at the beginning?
Like Caleb. I mean, there was these original. I was trying to remember the names of these guys. I think it was like John and somebody else, and like they were kind of putting it together. They were doing it, but it wasn't really called Laugh Up City. It was just they were putting together the show and the mic. And then for a while we had like a showcase at Backstage. That wasn't like then like Laugh Up City came out of when those guys left. And then we wanted, I guess, to do something that was a little more standardized and stuff, because we were actually getting pretty good at the shows, and like there was setup and stuff, and we had a guy out of town that was kind of like taking money off the top of that Backstage show.
That the guy with the Jewish last name?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
So I've never met him in person. I have corresponded with him because somebody gave me his name, like, hey, this, I don't want to say his name just in case, but whatever. Fat guy McJew.
You get in with him, like he'll have some shows to put you on. And stuff.
I never really got any. He gave me some advice, like, hey, this is what you do, but it just kind of gave me the put a bad taste in my mouth when y'all are telling me like, yeah, this guy came in and trying to run shit. He's not even from here. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
well, that's
like
weird.
We were just trying to get off the ground and get some like mics going, standard mics in the area and stuff. And he was like calling the businesses and telling them not to book our show.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, we have to have a scene here to do these showcases. So you have to have a place to try out stuff. And like, he was just like, oh, you're contaminating like the scene. And I'm like, well, we can't just go from nothing to showcase.
Yeah. You have to have open mics. You have to, because I remember when you grew up here, right? Yeah. Okay. So did you ever go to Froggy Bottoms back in the day?
No, but
I didn't either.
By the time I knew where it was,
Yeah,
it was
same.
over by the Albertsons.
Yeah.
And I was like, right when I was getting old enough to where I could go, like 17, 18, it was kind of when it was starting to go under. And,
it was like, oh, it's just comedy driving school, basically.
Yeah.
I never went there either. I think my parents went there, and one of the professors that I work with at Tech said, oh, yeah, I saw Bill Burr there in like the late 90s. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I didn't even know like stand-up was a thing really until, I watched like Eddie Murphy Raw and stuff, but I was just like, this doesn't happen here.
I don't know what I was thinking, because I knew Froggy Bottoms existed. I watched Comedy Central. I watched like John Panette on Comedy Central when I was a little kid.
You've been here full hour.
Yeah, full hour. Yeah, I was talking about to my boss about that bit the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, I should do racist bits at work. But yeah, I just don't know why it didn't occur to me like, oh yeah, people do this everywhere in Lubbock, Texas. But in 2013, 14, you said was when you did it for the first time.
And like really, that was on the back tag of starting listening to all these podcasts where you kind of get a school of what stand-up is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then, and at that point, it was just like, I just needed something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we'll go do it. And if we hate it and like, we won't do it again. And it wasn't that painful. I've got it recorded. It's terrible first set.
Well, I remember your podcast that you I think you had stopped doing it by the time I started doing stand up about 3.5 years ago. But what was it called?
It's called First Stage.
First Stage. That's right.
So what we would do is we would get everyone who had their first recorded set of the first time they ever did comedy.
Yeah.
And we started with mine because I'm like, well, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
So. But it's pretty cringeworthy.
Well, everything
it's still out there. You can find it.
Everything is cringeworthy. I mean, if you fucking watch the first Nirvana set, it's probably cringeworthy compared to But I don't know. I just love watching comics progress over time, because there are dudes that I see like when I go out to Midland or when I go, and you can see like, oh yeah, they were okay a year ago. They're so fucking good now. You don't really get to see that with when you're seeing like the same guys over. They're incrementally getting better.
Can't really tell. Like there'll be a good joke or something, and then you're just like, it's like, all right, that hits.
Yeah. So who else was there in 2013-14? Because I know Rafa didn't come around, and Selena before COVID. Curtis was after COVID.
Yeah, I mean, it was those guys that were from college and stuff, and obviously they left after they graduated college. It was like Joe and Zach, and I'm trying to think the other guys. But then out of that, like Caleb was there, and then it was just kind of a free flowing. Oh, Dave Longren. I don't know if
I know the name, but I don't know if I've ever met Dave.
He was big on that, and then Corey
Carrasco.
No, he came a little bit later, but it was Corey, multiple names, Wood. You know, like he was in the original. He's one of the guys that like was with the original guys, but stuck around because he was like, he had a job in town. So
not to be confused with Corey Evans, which is a different guy named Corey.
No, it's the same.
Same Evans. Same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he was going by multiple names.
See,
to keep things out of a business.
Okay, I've got it.
But he hadn't done it anymore.
I've only seen him perform once. He came to Bar PM like one time. It was super cool. We talked for a little while, and then I've never seen him before since. Like I've corresponded with him a little bit on Facebook, but that's it. So
yeah, but he was probably the first guy like really running like the Laugh Hope City stuff. I think he set that all together. He was kind of the guy that like took to the reins. Yeah. And then Caleb kind of took over, and then Selena kind of took over, and I just kind of been around.
So you had no ambition to do more.
I hate the business of comedy. Like if the shows would just go work without me having to do anything, and I could just go up and do 5 minutes, I'd do that. But you got to have some kind of control over it, just because you're gonna get kicked out of those venues. Because you're gonna have some people just doing like racist rhetoric or something like that. It's like it's no holds barred, but there's to a limit. We still gotta work with the vendor and like the place, because if we're not bringing in people and doing stuff, then there's no reason to keep them around. So
I have been lucky that when Val Burba handed off Bar PM to me, that I've kept pretty good control over.
And that was a Corey show. That was like his show first.
That's what I heard. Yeah, Corey started it, and then Val did it, and then I think Chrissy and Tori hosted at different times. But I have been there for 3.5. Well, no, not 3.5. 3 years last October. So 3 years and 3 months basically. Nice. And it's been fun. I mean, I've hosted that show more times in the 3 years than any other single person. Russell has done it for me a couple times. Tanner, I mean, Derek, a time or two. I think I let Moth and Cameo do it one time. But what's it? Joe Cash did it a couple times.
Oh yeah,
but most of the time I have been the guy, because I am a little bit of a control freak. Do you have? I don't feel like you have any element of that when you're hosting.
Not like hosting. I mean, like I like things to like. I mean, I know no comedy show rarely starts on time. But I like it to keep a parameter, because I also have a day job, so I can't push this like late into the night.
Yeah, no, that is one thing I like to be done. We're done at 10 at Bar PM, and I think the latest it ever goes with you is like 10:30. I think. Unless there's like a fucking basketball game or football game or something that pushes it back. Yeah,
local sports will beat out that sometimes, especially if it's a big game.
Yeah, how long have you been hosting? Did you?
So I from the beginning of that later open mic I've been hosting, because it was kind of it was like I knew the guy who was the manager of the bar at the time, and he's like, we got nothing going on Wednesdays. Do you want to do this? And I'm like, cool, yeah. So
you're basically the one who set that show up?
Pretty much.
Because that's like your home away from home, basically.
Yeah. I'm there a lot anyway. Might as well be telling jokes,
Yeah.
But
okay, cool.
But and then split up time. It was like, Caleb would host a while, and then I would host, Selena would host, and then as people moved on and stuff, and then I just kind of I'm hosting it right now, but
I have gotten to host it at least once. That was nice. I think y'all needed a PA system, so I got the call. Like, hell yeah!
That's another thing about that. It's just like the whole equipment thing and stuff, and then people get all mad, and like I'm like, well, if we don't have the equipment, we can't do the show.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a basic thing. I have a stupid fucking big PA, so I can't really just like put it in my car. I wish I could, but I need to get something a little bit more portable for that.
Yeah.
So I remember before I even knew you were a stand-up guy, I used to always see you around at the Blue Light because I was like, oh yeah, that guy. I assumed you were in a band or something. Like, because I would always see you I grew up in Lubbock, but I was gone from 09 to 14. I moved back here in 14 and started going to the Blue Light a lot because my best friend worked there. He was running sound and shit. So I was like, and I just would see you around. I'm like, who's that guy? And I think the first time I made the connection was I saw you at World of Beer doing a showcase. And you were dressed all in red, white, and blue shit.
Oh yeah. The American jacket.
Yeah. That was my first actual exposure to Lubbock or to Laugh Up City, to Lubbock comedy. So what happened to that show? The World of Beer.
Well, that was kind of Wes's thing. So so it was really pretty much like it was like a once a month deal, and it was like the Lubbock Laugh Off, and that was kind of Wes's deal. So
yeah. So he was a little bit more involved. I know y'all were doing shows over at Freaky Tiki, which is a place he owned for a little bit, right?
Yeah, we did shows there. We had a bunch of there's a bunch of venues that have come and gone. Like there was like famed hookah lounge.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
The litter box, we called it, because they had a bunch of cats, and like we knew it was like, I'm like, these guys just, they don't know how to manage, do money and stuff. It's not going to last very long, but it was a fun room. We got to do a bunch of different stuff.
Did y'all get audiences there?
Yeah, nice. Because there'd be a lot of people at hookah anyway and stuff, and we had like the back room, and we would always draw a pretty decent crowd because it was free, and I'm sure there's probably like underage drinking and stuff going on there.
We were trying to get a similar show going a few months back at this place called Leinenkugel's Lounge. You remember?
Yeah,
Curtis? I know you never came.
I saw the ads. It was on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, it was on Tuesdays, and it seemed like a nice, because we haven't had Cafe J in over a year, and it seemed like a nice, Tuesday night, Mike. We were doing it, and no, we could not get fucking people to come. It's in a weird location. It's on 50th Street, almost to Avenue Q, but it was BYOB. You could smoke in there. I mean, I just don't know why people weren't coming, but we could never manage to get an audience in that fucking place. So. I remember hearing about the Rec Room. How were the shows at the Rec Room?
Those were fun. Yeah, famed above like a hotel bar and stuff. And like I think that was our original Wednesday night show. Yeah. And it was fun because real small room and stuff. And they're always, and like that place kind of has a following for like people and stuff.
Oh, I've drank there before. Me and my friend Logan used to drink there before he got sober. That was just a fun fucking place to hang out.
Yeah, like I think Bob Till was like the bartender at the time, and he was a character himself. So
is he the guy with the kind of a speech impediment a little bit?
I don't know. I don't think he has. He was just going 100 miles an hour usually. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah. All right, nice. All right, man. So what has your experience been like as far as like watching Lubbock comics come and go? Because I mean, we've had crazy fucking homeless guys like Chris Heitz who've come. I mean, he's not literally homeless, but
No, that's just fact.
We'll talk about that in a minute, because I did a 16-hour round trip with him last month. I just watched my set from there, but that's something else. So we've had guys from that level all the way up to like Ben Bondurant, who's on a fucking Hulu TV show right now. So
it's been canceled, but go check it out.
Oh, the English teacher got canceled?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah. He'll go on to bigger and better things, hopefully. Hopefully, he was a minor supporting character in that show. Who is the person you were like expected to do the biggest here as far as like Lubbock comics? Has there been anybody you're like, oh, they're gonna be big?
I mean, like Corey at the time, like it seemed like he always got like a pretty good.
Oh, he was fucking
hilarious. And there was just a point where he just like, I'm done with comedy. Yeah. But I feel like he was probably the most consistent. Like Caleb would have we go on some pretty big runs. And then, of course, I mean, Selena's the only one out there who's like really like pushing it and stuff. So she put herself in a good spot.
She does the festival. She'll go a little further out. I know she did like something in Chicago not long ago. Curtis has done some cool shit. Curtis is. I did a show in Prague, but I mean that's not like anybody. I mean Dave Chappelle did do that same stage like 3 weeks later, but it's not like a cool club that
it was a coincidence. I did one in Iceland. So So
you did comedy in Iceland. That's how was the? I'm guessing it was a mostly English language.
Yeah, it was all English because when I talk to the Icelandic comics, I'm like, "Do you guys do it?" And I'm like, "Nobody really goes to those shows. Nobody really wants it in Icelandic." So.
Yeah, these guys are all like Sigur Rós fans who are also into comedy.
Yeah.
Was it expats? Was it a lot of expats?
There was like a guy from LA, a couple people from London.
Yeah.
There was a guy who was a famous actor, Nick Jameson. I guess that's his.
Really?
That was his like spot to go up and stuff. And I thought they were lying to me. And they were talking. I was like, he's an actor. He's in like 24. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that is that guy.
Yeah.
So.
No. It's crazy to me because I have run into so many people that are famous or have really good credits while doing stand-up. And they're just in the most random places, like somewhere in fucking Iceland. But Prague had a really good scene. There was like it was a downstairs like basement club, the Metro Comedy Club. And yeah, it has about 50 seats. I did 2 pretty full shows there. And then, when I came home, I saw online that Dave Chappelle did a show there about 3 weeks after I was there.
Like we both did the same place?
Same stage, same host.
Same money. No.
Yes, exactly. Same money. 0. Dave probably got paid 0. Yeah. I got paid 0. I was supposed to get paid $10, but... whatever.
I got. I think they gave me like a tab, so I got like 2 beers or something, which in Iceland is like $40. So.
Yeah, no, seriously, same. Yeah. I did 3 or 4 shows when I was in Prague, and every single one of them I got a tab. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna drink whatever Czech beer they have there. Which did you know? The Czechs drink more beer per capita than any other country in the world.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's their beer's fucking good.
More beer consumed than water. I think I heard something like that.
That's It's there's no way that's they're surprisingly healthy though. So honestly, and weed isn't legal.
Well, yeah, so. Probably eating a lot of less processed crap.
Yeah. So were you doing any kind of I know you do a little bit of music. You would like make a theme song in the first stage show. What else? What else do you do as far as?
I mean, I tried. I think I grew up learning piano, but like that kind of fell away after a while. And then I was in like high school band, so I played like the trumpet. But then and then I picked up the guitar, realized that I couldn't really get that going outside of like the chords, like the 3 chords that you could do. But yeah,
G, C, and D.
Yep. The Jesus chords.
the Jesus chords, the cowboy chords.
But yeah, I did that, and then just during the pandemic, I really wanted to just fuck around with the. Oh, can we cuss on this?
Yeah, of course you can cuss. You can fucking cuss. But just don't say any slurs.
Yeah, but so I was like electronic music and stuff. So I got like a MIDI controller, and like that was a perfect like pandemic thing to do. Because you just sit there and mess with it, and like all you had was time to kill and stuff. So
was that when you were doing the First Stage podcast? Mostly
yeah. I was learning all that stuff. I was also learning like cutting videos and stuff. I got a bunch of dumb travel videos on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
Like
it's funny to me. As somebody that I was married for like 16 years, I mean, you know that because you've heard me do comedy. I talk about that probably more than any single thing. It's sort of a through line. But I didn't start, like I played guitar when I was a kid and until I was like, about the time I got married, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm getting pussy. I don't need this. I literally
the guitar did its job.
Exactly, yeah. And it didn't even get me there. It was just my fun. Honestly, being funny is what got me my every time I've gotten laid. Most of the time, other than like cash money, being funny is what got me laid. But so when I started into comedy again after I was divorced, I'm like, I got a lot more free time. But I don't know. It's something about performing and writing. It scratches an itch.
Yeah.
How did you know you were funny when you were like a kid? When you were in junior high, high school? Were you the class clown?
I mean, that was pretty much. I grew up. I was pretty soft spoken. Like I chose my words, and I like it. Just took breaking away of not giving a shit about what people think, and that didn't happen until really 30. So like, and then once that pain went away, and like when you just start like being witty and starting to like saying what's in your brain and stuff, and I would get a lot of laughs from that. And so I'm like, well, let's.
So you were well into your 30s, yeah? Because I mean, I was damn near 40 when I went on stage for the first time, and are you 45, 46, 44? Oh fuck, you're only a year older than me. I thought you were. Did you graduate high school in 99 or 2000? 99.
Columbine generation.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Columbine. Damn, dude. Yeah, you're.
We started that school shooting craze out there.
Dude,
99.
Man, you got in on the ground floor with that. I'm not as cool. I was a sophomore when Columbine happened, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that was like my senior year, like May-ish or whenever it happened, and we were just watching it on TV. And
yeah, were you like MySpace friends with Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris? I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't think they were serious. Jesus. So yeah, 99. Did you go to Coronado, Monterey, Lubbock High?
Coronado.
I knew it wasn't Estacado. I knew you're a little too light to be Estacado.
Yeah, it was Irons, and then Irons.
Oh fuck!
Will kick you to Coronado unless you go to unless you go to the magnet schools.
Were you one of the Irons couldn't have been very old when you went there, right? Less than 10 years old.
My sister, she's like 5 years older. She was there on the ground floor when they opened. So
I think Russell might have been there too. Russell he just turned 50 last week. So yeah, or a week and a half ago. Yeah. So he was right there on the ground floor. So how does your family feel about you doing comedy? I know that's probably a weird question. They
don't ask about it. Like,
same.
Be one of those things. If you ever get like famous or whatever, then they'll like pay attention.
Yeah,
but like I don't need them coming out to my shows.
Yeah, no. It would be distracting for me, honestly. My cousins will come occasionally. My cousins have been to Bar PM 3-4 times, but my brother has never been. My mom has never been. Nobody else has been. Just a few of my cousins and their kids. They're old enough, but. It's weird because it's, and I know I told you this, your sister and her husband, and I think their son were at a show at the Cigar Lounge.
Yeah. There's a reason why I haven't done that gig.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing it anymore because the audience is, and I'll tell you a little bit more later, but the last one got a little weird. But the it's been diminishing returns. Like the first couple, we had like 30 plus people paid, and then we had 16, and then the last one we had 11. So it's like, unless everybody gets paid, what's the fucking point of doing this? And it's a cool venue, it's just not in a great spot. So yeah, I don't blame you. So is there? So they never. None of your family asked.
They've seen a piece. We did a 24 frames, like the PBA
I remember
station.
that. I saw
Me
that.
And Caleb, we did interviews and stuff, and so they kind of saw that. So which had some like spots in it.
Yeah, I forced my mom to watch about a 7 or 8 minute set that I did. And I would explain each joke to her. I'm like, okay, Mom, so the reason this joke about Dad's penis is funny is, like, that's literally...
Nothing better way to kill a joke than explain it.
I know, but my mom's not a stand-up fan, so I have to...
Yeah, my mom's not into that.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, my girlfriend's not even into stand-up, which I kind of like. Like she will send, so she's from Nigeria, and she will send me clips of like from podcasts in Godfrey, the not Gilbert Godfrey, but Godfrey, then the
7-Up guy.
The 7-Up guy, yeah.
7-Up guy.
Yeah. I thought that was Orlando Jones.
Well, they were both.
Were they both? Okay, I thought you were just being racist.
I think
no,
one of them took over for the other at some point in time.
I believe you. Because Godfrey's like fucking in his 50s. Yeah. He looks great. But she'll send me clips from like podcasts he's on where he's talking about Nigerian culture and stuff. And I'm like, you know why this guy is so funny? Because he's a fucking stand-up. Like, it's a muscle you work out. And I mean, even like I've seen you on stage. I've seen you perform where you've been like fucking hitting everything. Like when you were opening for like what was that comic's name? Olivia Grace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah. I think when Andrew Hillary came out, that comic from Pittsburgh, the only time I ever saw you perform at Cafe J. But I've seen you fucking hitting it. Like, you write jokes. Like, you got the good jokes. But more often than not, you're just like hosting. You're going through the motions. Yeah. So
hosting flexes the muscle enough.
But no, it is a muscle though, is my point. Like, you could be like me or you, either one, could be blackout drunk and probably make people laugh just because it's like a muscle memory. Like, you have your jokes. So what do you think that is? Is it just the repetition, the years of performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's like the repetition. I mean, you can go, we always call them the bailout jokes. You can go to stuff that you know that works, and like that's just always going to be in your back pocket if you want to do it. But I really think it's just getting more comfortable. And I mean, because like there's some of those guys like Sweat and stuff that could just go up and just kill on personality, you know? Like,
well, I tend to be curious about like why certain people are funnier than other ones, and I'm guessing Sweat, being a guy, like, he talks often about going to play football at Friendship, right? Am I remembering this correctly?
I think so.
Okay. So he was probably like the only black dude in the room often, and people were probably paying attention to him more. So he probably had the opportunity to develop that muscle where like, oh, I'm going to be funny. I'm going to say things. And, some people develop it as, that's why personally, I think like African Americans, especially guys, tend to be funnier because when they're in a situation where like, I'm the only black guy with a bunch of white dudes, they're all going to look at me to be the funniest guy in the room. That's tend to be why they're funnier, and they rise to the occasion. It's not because they are funnier. Yeah. It's just they put in situations where they're and Sweat is definitely one of those guys. Yeah, Timothy is one of those guys.
He's got some good jokes too.
Oh yeah, those guys
but like you
have
can
so many good jokes.
Up with probably nothing and still get laughs.
Oh yeah, no, I the only reason I'm funny is because my parents gave me attention as a kid, and I'm the oldest and stuff, and I just happened to be into performing and stuff as a kid. So, I would write funny songs and stuff. I've done that a little bit. You have given me some good compliments on my funny songs. Yeah. So everybody has.
Bo Burnham.
There is. I hate that there is that comparison of like, oh yeah, like Bo Burnham. I'm like, I'm fucking older than Bo Burnham, but
well, that's the
point of reference.
We got the fame at the beginning of the YouTube stuff.
I need to lean into it a little bit more, but whatever. Okay, so you're a 44-year-old guy, and you're a single dude. I'm also a single guy, but me by choice because I got divorced. I'm guessing you're also single by choice.
Yep.
What you talked about traveling and stuff. You're always fucking going somewhere. Where have you gotten to do stand up other places? Like, I know we talked about you doing it in New Orleans. You did it in Iceland. Where else have you gotten to perform over the years?
I did the Dive Bar in Las Vegas.
That's a fun show.
Yeah.
That is such a fun show.
Because like once I heard that's where Stanhope did his first gig, I'm like, I gotta go do it at least once.
I think you told me that. I didn't even know that. I just went there and did the open mic because I saw it online. But how long ago was that you did that?
Man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Probably maybe like 2015, 2016.
Okay.
It's been a while. But.
So whenever I was there, I don't remember the name of the host, but he was a black ninja. He was a black dude in a karate gi, and he's like, "Yo, man, I don't normally host this show." And I was kind of like talking to him because whenever I'm out of town doing comedy, I sort of glom on to somebody like, "Oh, this guy is the host," so I'm gonna like ask him questions and stuff. Like he's the teacher. I'm the teacher's pet. I was always that was my key like personality trait as a kid. I was the teacher's pet. Teacher's pet / class clown. If I could make you laugh and not get in trouble. So I was like asking this black ninja I can't remember what his name was. I was asking him a lot of questions and stuff. And when it was time to do my set, I'm like, "Hey man, I noticed you didn't put a stool up there. Do you mind if I grab a stool and put it up there?" He's like, "Oh shit, man, I'm so sorry. I should have done that. I'm such a bad host." And I'm like, "Dude, I was not trying to say you were a bad host. I was just asking." But it was kind of fun because he actually came up to me afterwards and he's like, "Man, I don't host very much." And you actually helped me a lot. And I'm like, nah, I didn't help you a lot. I was just asking you some questions. So, but he actually forgot he was hosting halfway through, and the DJ because like when you were in Vegas, did you notice there was like a host and a DJ?
Yeah, there was like a DJ in the back. Yeah.
I have been doing that. I was trying to get Russell to trade off with me, like one of us is host and one of us DJ. I think I need to assign a DJ because I don't think I can rely on anybody else to host.
Yeah, we had those few gigs with DJ Nate. Those are fun. It's great to have like walk up music.
I need to get a comic, or not a comic, maybe a fuck. Hey, if anybody is a DJ and wants to make $25 every Thursday night,
gotta be killing it.
You gotta be killing it.
Rolling it in the Washington.
Hit me up because Russell, his DJ skills are, he's not a DJ. He's a very funny one-legged uncle, but not a DJ. So I need to have a dedicated DJ. I would love to have a live band. Did you ever get to go to the Cellar in New York City?
No, I've never been to New York.
Damn, dude, do it, man. As soon as you get a chance, do it. Because I went there, I was there 4 years ago. Actually, 4 years ago today, me and my ex-wife spent Christmas there. We were there the 23rd through the 30th. And I went to the Cellar. I went to Broadway Comedy Club. I wasn't even doing, it was about 7-8 months before I started stand-up. But they had a drummer and a keyboard player. And he could, like do bass and guitar and all the fucking, all the simulated sounds on his keyboard, but it was like having a live band, right there with the show. But how was it doing comedy through COVID? Did you do any of those fucking online shows?
We did. We did. Like I got on that. I think it was like they were doing all those Zoom things, and like I did like what was it? It was, I think it was the San Francisco Punchline did a Zoom every week.
So Laugh Hub City wasn't.
No. Okay. So that just kind of contributing to that, and like and like some of those crowd work things. Like I was on a Todd Barry one where he did crowd work to me. He's like, obviously, let's talk to this guy that has a podcast, and so I'm like, all right, here we go. I'd love to find that footage because it's been so long. It'd be interesting if they have that anywhere. But yeah, no, I mean, we did those mask shows and the condom over the mic stuff. And those are rough, and like there was just a point where it's just like, and at the time we didn't know like how bad it was or anything. We didn't really want to be responsible for giving other people COVID.
Sure, yeah. And I mean, comics, at least in Lubbock, we tend to be more, cucked pussies politically, I think, where we actually believe in COVID and shit. Yeah. So I'm guessing, did you get any pushback from like any of the fans where they're like, this is gay, you guys need to do comedy shows again? Or did you?
No, it was more pushback from the other comics who just like guys like Jared Harper and stuff is like, because like they needed it.
Yeah. He definitely, man, damn. That's so. I saw Jared perform once. It was actually on the same show as you at World of Beer. This was like probably 2019. Like I remember Wes was hosting it. I don't think Chrissy was around yet. I think she might have still been like
Caleb.
Yeah. But I remember Harper. You specifically. I remember you, Sweat, Jared, Cole Walker, JJ Howe claims he was on that show, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't remember. But what were those shows like? I mean, because that fucking place was packed. Like I went there with my ex and a few of our friends, and that room was
those shows were good. I mean, it was kind of like pre-COVID, and then we didn't really. I mean, couldn't really do with the spacing and all that stuff. Yeah. They weren't, so we just didn't really do it. But those were always packed. Mm-hmm. I think I won the laugh off one time.
Really?
Nico Rosberg did, and I was out.
Oh yeah.
But now I still did a couple more and stuff. But I was just. But those are fun because I think that if you make it more of a variety, people will be more interested. We always do it on theme shows. So if you just say, "Oh, it's a Valentine's show," you'll get a lot more people showing up for some reason. So that being the aspect of like, all right, everybody's doing stand up. then everybody's gonna do an improv round, and then
Okay.
everybody loves the roast because everybody's shitting on each other.
Did you hear about the Sweat Chuckle roast that we're doing on Tuesday?
Did not.
Okay. If you're not doing anything Tuesday, I don't know who's performing on it. I'm writing jokes, and Sweat is advertising it on Instagram. But it's he invited Sweat. He invited Kimothy, Selena, Curtis, me for some reason, even though I am not a roaster. I've never even been on a laugh off. I've never even been on a laugh off. I think not the last laugh off, but one of the previous ones, me and you were alternates on it.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
And I don't think I'll ever be on another one because I made Wes Nessman my enemy. And apparently Chrissy doesn't like me anymore either, which it's just because I like to poke the bear. I'm not a fan of Wes or his daughter, so I'm like, fuck you guys. And Chrissy's like, you can't say that to my boss and his daughter. And I'm like, I'm going to. I don't care. But that's me. But so the laugh offs were pretty fun up until COVID, and then afterwards.
Yeah. Then it kind of just became harder and harder to do, and then I think didn't World of Beer go under or something?
World of Beer stopped doing the comedy shows. I don't know if they went under. Somebody told me that the owner didn't like some of the jokes that were made, and he just canceled it. But I think it coincided with COVID too. Yeah, and then Two Docs doesn't do the comedy anymore. Mano Negra changed locations.
Yeah, they're still doing a show though.
They're still doing the show. Did you go to the last one?
I haven't been. I've been in the new location yet.
I have been in there.
Far away.
I've been in there. Yeah, no, it's fucking on the. Yeah, it's downtown. Like some of my friends that live near downtown, that live in the. I've got a few friends that live in the. Whatever it was, Metro Tower. They could just walk there, but it ain't close. It ain't close for me. I need to go. The last time they did a show there at Mano Negra, it was like a week ago Friday. And
I think I saw an Instagram post.
It was, unfortunately, Sandwich and Tommy booked a show the same night, and me and Chris Heiss were on it, and nobody showed up. We performed, but there were not many people there. But I actually met up with Hector, What the Hector, afterwards. He was. Do you know Hector?
Yeah. I did a couple shows with him way back in the day.
Really?
Because he was wasn't he based out of El Paso or something?
He is. He might have been in El Paso at one point. I know he's been in Phoenix, but his hometown is Pecos. Motherfuckers from Pecos, which is there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I love Hector. Hector has spent the night at my apartment before, not in a gay way. We were me and him were hanging out one night. So Rattlesnake Roy, our producer here, he has done these live shows, and Hector was headlining one the night before I went to flew out to go to Europe over the summer. And I'm like, fuck it, my flight's at 6 a.m. I don't give a shit. So me and Hector were drinking, and he's like, man, can I stay at your apartment? And I'm like, yes, if you drive me to the airport. So I just gave him a key.
That works.
And I saw him about a month after that, and he gave me my key back. But it was funny. So I had back when I used to be fat, I had Jamie Brock make a painting of me that's hanging in my room, and Hector, I didn't meet Hector until I'd lost weight, and Hector said, hey man, I was wondering, why the fuck do you have a painting of Curtis in your room?
That's funny.
I'm like, you asshole. But I love Hector. When I did Kill Tony, me and Angel drove out to Austin on New Year's Eve last year, and Hector was actually the first bucket pool.
Oh wow!
At this 8,000 seat.
That was like the Cedar Park.
Yeah, the Cedar Park HEB Center. Yeah, Hector was the first one, and he killed. I mean, that's why. I mean, I think Kill Tony. I explained it to my mom. I'm like, it's like American Idol for comedy, or American.
I mean, if you'll get exposure really well.
Yeah,
and then if they like you, then that'll push your career a lot.
But there were people that same night, like Hector. He's been doing this a decade. He gets pulled. Like if you got pulled, if I got pulled, we would know what. We might get nervous, but we're gonna have our jokes.
I'll have a minute of material.
You've got a minute of material. There are dudes that have never fucking done stand up before, and they were like shitting their pants up there. I'm like, this is not fun. This is like this gives me anxiety.
Yeah,
but
Yeah, to go from nothing to that is pretty insane.
It was weird though. But have you never signed up at Kill Tony?
No, I'm never in town on a Monday. I'm never there on a Monday to do it. If I ever was, I would do it just
sure
get up there.
Yeah, but I didn't get pulled. Thank God, neither me or Angel got pulled. We were just hanging out. But I saw it. Basically every comic I know in Austin was there. Like Jake Baker, Gallegos, not Eric Gallegos, Clemente Villegas, other Mexican names. So other Spanish names. So we were before we started the podcast, I was asking you a little bit about. So you like to gamble a little bit?
Yeah. I'm currently losing my ass on all these football games.
Well, who's your team this year, or do you have?
Well, I'm a Rams fan, so I've got some money on them to win the NFC and then win the Super Bowl or whatever. So if they win the NFC, I'll at least be ahead. So
why the Rams?
I used to be a Dolphins fan. Dan Marino.
Okay.
And the organization just was such trash for so long. And then they picked up Jay Cutler, and I'm like, I have to switch teams. Yeah. So when St. Louis moved back to LA, I felt like that was a fresh start. So
yeah, are you are you all forms of gambling or mainly sports? I know you like sports.
Sports, and then if I'm in Vegas, I'll play craps, and then if I have the time to do poker, it's such a time exhausting thing to do that.
I really wanted to play in a tournament, and everybody I was with discouraged me because I was staying at the Caesar's Palace, and they would have these tournaments at 10 a.m.
I played in 2
p.m. Yeah, and they were $150 buy-in. I kind of wanted to do one, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's going to take your whole damn day." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but if I won,
it does take some time. If you have time to do it, it's fun."
Yeah, but I won a couple $100 playing craps. I had never played craps before I went to Vegas a couple months ago, but. It's fun. Why do you like that one? Are you good at it?
I feel like even though it's an illusion, you have more control over it. Like blackjack, you have a little bit of control in that, but I'm just not good at it, so I just don't do it. I'm gonna have 20. They'll draw 21. It never works out for me. So, but at least you can move your bets around on a craps table, and you can base it on how the shooter is doing. And these are all superstitious things. The dice don't have any memory or whatever, but you'll see patterns and stuff, and people will roll the same. This person will always roll a point and then roll a 7 right after. So just bet the don't pass. Just don't let anyone see you do it, and then you wait till somebody back you feel has a good roll on it. But
so do you play the machines, the electronic craps, or do you just play?
I'll do the bubble craps sometimes. Because it's you can see it happening. Anything, I don't trust anything on a machine. I need to see the ball drop in a roulette wheel. I need to see the dice move.
I was only playing the bubble machines because I'm not a gambler and I don't want to make anybody wait on me. I got a little too intimidated to actually play. That's probably why I.
And that's the thing. It's you know how to play. It's you're it's a microcosm of the casino, and you're at that table with those other people, and you're kind of enjoying it. And there are unwritten rules and stuff, and you can always tell when the casino's trying to cool the table off. They'll bring in a guy with a $20 to buy in to slow the game down and stuff because everybody's making money. But
oh wow!
But yeah, I just slots are just so boring to me. I'm just I don't understand why anyone does those, but
I don't either. I think it's the repetition. I'm a more social person, so I could see the appeal of playing at a table with I just was a little too nervous to do that. But okay, cool. So how often are you going to Ruidoso or
I'll probably go to Ruidoso I don't know, 4 times a year, and then I'll go to Vegas a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And I go in January.
Nice.
And my friends are all going to be in New Orleans. So I just saw that there was a direct flight. So I'm like, well, I'll go to this hockey game in Vegas, and then I'll book the flight direct to New Orleans and just meet up with them and then come back on Monday. So
nice. So so you have a social circle that revolves around going to the casino and shit?
The casino went solo. We a bunch of us would go watch the Stars game this last couple of years, and I'm doing that, but I don't know if anyone else is.
Okay.
So that was the original booking of the trip. I still got to buy that ticket. So
nice.
I always like to watch the Stars play in Vegas. It's way more fun.
Yeah. So. Where's the stadium there?
It's T-Mobile, so it's in the Park MGM.
Okay. See,
it's like right next to the Park MGM, I guess.
Okay. I need to learn Vegas more. I just kind of wandered around. I Ubered a bit while I was there, but I mostly just stayed on the Strip. I went to Fremont once, which was fun, but I mean, it's like a block and a half.
Yeah.
So it's, there's not much.
It's fun, but I got status with Caesars now, so I got to stay at Caesars Properties because it doesn't cost me any money now.
Ooh, okay.
So it's nice.
What all properties does Caesars own?
Caesars, Harrah's, Flamingo, Horseshoe, Paris, Planet Hollywood.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's yeah. I need to do something like that. Maybe I'll get married in Vegas. I always kind of wanted to be one of those. It's weird when you go to a place that you've seen in movies your entire life, and I'm like, this doesn't look like, but it very much is what it seems like in the movies, at least in my opinion. When I was doing stand up there, I said to this guy, I'm like, doing stand up in Vegas is kind of like doing stand up in a David Lynch movie. It's just so fucking weird. It was.
It's not like a great. I admit that they have a Wise Guys club that they just built there that's supposedly like a regular club because it's in the arts district. Yeah, it's off. Like the stuff in the casinos I've been to, and I'm like, it feels like everybody's just kind of phoning it in on those. But.
Yeah, no, there were. I saw some fucking killers at this place. It was I can't remember the name of it. It was an RV park / bar, saloon, hotel, whatever thing. It was really weird, but it was all the good comedy was off the Strip. None of it was on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to like Brad Garrett's club, and he was funny and stuff, but the other guys were just kind of like, they feel a little cruise shippy,
Yeah, some of the comics. There was this guy, Johnny Ravenscroft. He has some like fucking wizard ass sounding name, but he was on one of the mics. But he's like, oh yeah, it just came from Wise Guys. And he does showcases there. So I follow a few of those guys. So there are a couple of them that can gravitate between the casino shows and like the bar shows. But I think by and large, those are two different worlds because you have like seriously these guys make Chris Heist look like Chris Hobart by comparison. These guys are the most in the sense that Chris Hobart is a very domesticated upstanding citizen, and Chris Heist is fucking crazy. There were some of the legitimately homeless drug addicts that were doing the open mics. They were nice.
I think probably bigger cities that's probably a lot more like
I didn't see that much of that in New Orleans, and I would have expected to see some crazy motherfuckers but apparently I always hear New Orleans doesn't have much of a stand-up scene.
No, but they got guys working out. I think it's called Sports Drink now, and that's got a good rotation. And it's I talked to the guy while I was there. I think I was seeing Ali Magovsky there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And they've got a pretty good rotation on that now because like when I went to do stand-up there, it seemed like it was like there were like a couple places, but they were not consistent. And I just went to this one bar, and like I was the only guy in the open mic. It was like they did a showcase in the open mic after, and it was the bartender, like the bar back guy did it, and it was like, oh, we got another one, and I'm like, this is just weird.
Yeah, I went to a really good open mic in New Orleans, but that was like a year and a half ago. There were some killers. There was about 20 comics on there, so it was. It was fun, but I like going to different cities and kind of seeing what their scenes are like. I really want to go to New York,
and you can just pull your A material and just because we have those people from Denver coming in and stuff. It's like they're coming with their best stuff. So it's always going to go over real well because we haven't heard the same 5 minutes over and over again.
Sure, yeah. So I know. Well, you and I have a bit in common. In addition to the stand-up comedy and such, you're a big Simpsons fan. We have talked Simpsons. Have you gotten like into the weeds on that Simpsons? Like, what do they call it? Iceberg. Like all the weird shit. Like the different memes and
I mean I'm Simpsons from like probably season 1 to season 11ish.
Yeah,
then
same.
It kind of falls off.
Yeah,
but like those are like burned in my brain.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I've sent you a few things that my brother and my friend Bryce send me. But yeah, it's just weird. Like the what's the meme that's the most popular?
The one coming out of the bushes.
Steamed hams coming out of the bushes. Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, it's the children that are wrong.
It's God damn it. So we haven't touched on this yet. You grew up Church of Christ. So were you allowed to watch The Simpsons at a young age?
Somehow I got around it. Like it was, I think because they went to church in the show, it was like, it was fine. Yeah. And like I think that's the only reason why I got to do it and stuff. Like
my parents definitely the like Flanders were the good example. Rod, Todd, this is God. Walk through the wall. I will remove it for you. It was funny because my dad would have like a threshold. Like if they said the word ass, he'd be like, turn it off. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? It's in the Bible. Oh man.
Yeah. Luckily try to watch it when they weren't around. So.
All right. Yeah, no, that's how it was with South Park. Eventually, once South Park came out, my parents were like, yeah, you can watch the fucking Simpsons. We don't care.
It's like, that's so much better.
They don't say the word dildo.
They like at least have like kind of a lesson at the end of the episodes.
Yeah, no, Simpsons definitely did. There is a little bit of a lesson, like, hey, don't shoplift or whatever, like in that Christmas.
Don't sell your soul.
Yeah, exactly. So we're almost in an hour. So this is the Breaking Hyman podcast. I always ask my guests, and they can always opt out of the question. How'd you lose your virginity, buddy?
Oh.
You don't have to share that. You can opt out. But it's just one of the ones. Breaking Hyman. Yeah. How old were you?
I was pretty late. I was like 21.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You were earlier than me, though. I was 23, man. A girlfriend or... Yeah. See, it's pretty boring Church of Christ type story. I was 23. It was my girlfriend. I later married her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I fucked a lot of whores since then, but,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was curious how that shook out. So as far as your trajectory, Coronado, Tech, and then did you ever live outside of Lubbock? Did you ever?
I studied abroad in Norway during my junior semester.
What was her name?
Heyo. So, I was getting ready to. I was just kind of fed up with school and stuff, and like there'll be these things where I'll just. Get pushed to a thing and do something drastic, and I just saw it, so I stayed there. Yeah.
So, what do you have any ambitions with comedy? With final question, do you have? Any?
I mean, like I do, like I would like to get some writing done. Like I would love to get a series or something, just like something, All
right.
But like I mean, the job that I would want really doesn't exist anymore, which would be like writing for like a late night host or whatever. Because I love disposable jokes that are only good in the moment. So
same.
So I love this is only good this week and it won't be funny next week.
Yeah.
So.
Have you watched like those documentaries, like the one about the Dana Carvey show?
Had all the best writers.
Yeah, and with Jim Downey. Was he on that one? I can't remember if he was on that one or not.
I know it was Louis C.K.
But there's a documentary now about Jim Downey too. That's on. I think it's on Peacock. Okay. And his whole trajectory from like SNL to writing with Norm and when Norm got fired from. That I would recommend.
That was one of the good things. I got to see Norm at the Cap City Comedy Club. Probably like 2009 or 10 or something. I'm
jealous. My buddy Colin got to see that tour, that really famous tour of with Lewis Black, Mitch Hedberg, and Dave Attell. Oh. So how was Norm live?
It was great. I mean, that was the first time I've ever been to a comedy club, and my friend had moved to Austin, and I'm like, hey man, buy tickets to this, you go to it, and I was like, yeah. So it was great. It was perfect because like it was one of those things like you couldn't tell if he planted this lady because it was so good, the response. And it was one of those things where it just came off really well, but it also came off too good that like I'm like, I don't know, I could see Norm like putting that lady in there, but
I that is one thing that I am curious about if anybody does do the plants or because I mean it wouldn't even occur to me to do that. Sometimes a joke just works really well. Sometimes you'll just say something to an audience member, but Did you get to meet him afterwards?
No, didn't get to meet him, but I mean, it was fun though because I got like a VIP table. It was like an extra $10, and like I was just like, let's go for it. And so it was right up front, so that was pretty cool. That was the old Cap City.
Oh, see,
before they moved to like the Dominion or whatever.
That little shopping center. Yeah. I've been to that one. I've been to that one a couple times. I saw Brian Posehn there, and I did get to meet him. He was super nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey man, thanks for doing this. I've wanted to have you on the pod for a minute, and I'm actually, I don't know if I told you this. I'm going to be wrapping this up at episode 50. I'm going to end the Breaking Hyman podcast and do something different.
Mark Maron it. You're like, I'm done. It's over with.
Exactly. Yeah. I had Obama on here. No, but I did have Aaron Durbin. So thanks for coming to the garage. Hey, it's a secret. This is recorded in a garage.
Oh yeah.
This is not a real. This is green. But shit, I hope you didn't wear any. No, you're not wearing green. So.
Oh no.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. And come see us on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday at the Lantern Tavern.
Are we doing?
We're not doing this Wednesday.
We're not doing it on New Year's Eve. So
not
fuck
on New
you
Year's
if you
Eve.
show up.
But go up if you want to celebrate New Year's Eve. Spivey will be there. So
nice. Fun. I might go.
I'll probably go up to watch the game and duck out before the New Year happens. So
all right, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.